So good morning, I'm Osazu Amatu. You can just call me Osas. So I want to this video is just to help those using their phones to help them push their codes to GitHub. There are two methods you can use. So this method for this video is doing it directly from the website. So once you log into GitHub, either through the website or through the app, you just come to repositories. When you come to repositories, you click on new. So let's click on new. So create a new repository. If you already created your repository, there's no need to do this. If you have already created your repository, you don't need to do this. So let's say I'm pushing. Let me just call it 3MTT. 3MTT. Let's say 3MTT work. Whatever you want to call it. You can put a description if you like. But for the purpose of this video, I will just move on. Then I'll create the repository. Then after that, okay. So you see, I have my repository. Normally, it's supposed to run these commands on the terminal. It's possible to run a terminal on Android. I will create another video for that to show you how to do it. But in case you don't want to go through that, and you're just using mobile phone, then what you do next is you come to so you come to upload an existing file or create an existing file. Now, if you want to, if you already have the file on your phone, just click on, look at it here, this space where you have quick setup. Just click on uploading an existing file. Then they'll ask you drag files here to add or choose your files. So choose your files. When you click on choose your file. Then you go locate the file. You locate the file. Let's see. Okay, stay running. So I'll just put anything for now, so we can quickly go through this as pieces. So let me just pick this file. I will take it out later. But you have to go locate the folder where you have your file. You can see I've added the file. I can add many files as much as you want. And once you're done, you write your commit message. Okay, you notice it already has a default commit. You can add your own if you like, added files. Then I'll click on commit changes. Okay, you can see the file is already there. So all your index.html, your CSS and everything, just locate it, then you add it to your stuff. Now if your profile is already like this and you want to add more files, you click on these three dots, you see upload file. You can do the same thing again. Now when it comes to adding folders, because in our assignments we had an images folder, an assets folder, CSS folder, and images folder. So how do you add that? There's no way to do it directly from this place. So but there's a trick you can use. So what you do is this. So if I want to add assets folder, and inside the assets folder we have images folder and CSS folder. So I'll just click on these three buttons. This time click on create new file, as if you are creating a file. Create new file. Then and the name of the file, this is what you will now do. You put a placeholder file, you can delete it later. So I'll just say assets. Then make sure that you add a slash. Okay, you see that now. You can see immediately I added a slash, he added a path at the top where you have assets. Then I can now put any file I like, asd. So you can just put in anything you like there. That you commit changes. So once you do that, it automatically creates a folder for you. So if we go back now, you can see I'll go back to 3MTT work. Inside the folder now I have assets folder. Then I can do the same thing again to create the CSS folder, create new file. When you're adding folders, you use create new file. Then inside I will now do CSS / just put any file, because GitHub will not allow you add an empty folder. Just put it now, you will delete it later. I'll also show you another way to use terminal straight up, but let's use this one first, because some people will find this one easier for them. Then once it's done, if we go back inside our assets folder, we now have CSS inside. So I'm inside the assets folder. Just look at the top here, 3mt slash assets. I'm inside assets. Then I want to add images folder. So inside images folder, I will create a new file again. Again, if you are adding a file, use upload. If you are adding a folder, use create and put a slash. So inside I want to put images folder, so I'll do images, then slash forward slash. It will automatically create it, and I can put anything again, a placeholder, which I can delete later. Of course, you can also commit changes. So one after the other now. Inside the images now, I can now click my three buttons, click on upload files. Now I'm inside images, then choose the file I want to add. I'll just pick anything for now, so you see how it works. So let me just pick anything for now. So I will pick this. So it's uploading. So when I'm done, when this is done, click on commit changes. So you can now see that. Okay, give it time. Inside my assets folder, let's let it load. Inside my assets folder, I have CSS, I have images. Then inside the images folder, I have other things. So I can delete this one. I can delete this. No, not delete directory. Go to the one I want to delete. Go there. Click here. Then delete file. So you can delete those placeholder files. Commit changes. I don't know if it's not clear. Just try and go back again. You can see it's gone now. So I can do the same thing for my CSS. Now I can come into my CSS, click the three dots, upload file. You can still create file, then you copy the content and paste it into the file. That's another way. But if you already have the files, this is the fastest way to do it. Upload file. Then I can add anything I like. So it's adding. So I can do commit changes. Okay, so let me go back to the main directory now. 3mt work. entity. Okay, now I'll put this in desktop mode so you see. I want to show you something so you see the folder structure. Okay, then allow me. Load. So if I click on assets, you can see everything. CSS is inside, images is inside. I can still decide to delete this placeholder I added. Remember when I created the assets folder, I created this placeholder. So click on it. Then delete file so that I'll clean up my stuff. So this method it messes up your commit history. So that's the only problem with it. But there's a better method which I'll show you. It's a bit technical, not that technical, but it's a bit technical. So but I'll do the video right now for it. So if I go back to 3mt, you can see everything is inside now. So this where I have certificate, that's where your index.html will be. Then your assets folder. Inside your assets, you create CSS folder. Inside the CSS, you put your CSS file. Then inside the assets folder, you create images folder. Inside the images folder, you add your image. I hope this helps. Thank you very much.